today's video is all courtesy of Derek Beaumont. Derek was kind enough to let me record our conversation when I met up with him. I only have one remote microphone, so apologies for the slightly variable sound recording in this. Hello everybody, John here. Today I'm with Derek, and Derek is the guy who's won the painting from Jay. I just finished delivering it. And this is Derek's gorgeous car. Check out the number plate. I was going to say a private number plate, but it's not really a private one, as in it came with it.
It was a private plate to the guy who owned it before me. It was Marcus something else.
DA.
I got his name on the back number plate, but yeah, it was on when I
X100. That's superb. Does your car have a name?
We just call it the Cat.
The Cat.
Yeah.
Good choice. Yeah. Birdie, meet the cat.
You did a video on the noses, but I quite like that look.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people who put that on, they say, well, you lose the growler.
Well,
but,
I just noted.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now that's a later growler as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a good look.
I think I might have got that for the S-Type originally, but I thought, oh, you know.
Now I could very easily switch to that number plate. I can't bring myself to get rid of that.
No, it is nice, isn't it?
I think because the green background matches the car as well. I think that's another reason I like it. But my number plate, well, mine's ugly as sin because I've got the plastic edge and then it's on a mounting plate as well. It's quite obviously doubled up. Yeah. Plus it covers up the mouth so much.
Yeah.
So at the moment, the plan is just to move this down so the top edge is level with there. Yeah. But we'll see.
On the E-Type, they've got the number plates on the nose as well, haven't they? So,
and then there's, you know, does it go there? Does it go there? There's so many options.
I've seen it on there, but I don't think it looks right on there.
Also, I think you're far more likely to be pulled over.
Yeah.
Because
it's an angle.
I mean, the letter of the law is it's supposed to be on the most vertical face possible. Yeah. Well, without the brackets like yours, that's the most vertical face possible. You can't stick it on the grille because it'll overheat, officer. Yeah. Whereas if you're on the bonnet, you could have brought it down further. Yeah. But what's really interesting on Derek's is, because I've never in the flesh seen one before, Derek's car is LPG converted. So you can see all these little solenoids, I guess, which are squirting in the LPG or letting the LPG into the fuel rails. But this was already done when you got it, yeah?
Yeah, it was converted when I bought it.
So the system that Derek had got is won by a company called Prins. And here's a little schematic of how things work. Basically turns the LPG into a gas before injecting it into the system. It's very comprehensive, includes filters, actually has its own ECU, switch, tanking boot, Filanex, all that sort of good stuff. And although I couldn't quote you the exact price of a Prins system, I have investigated other LPG systems for a V8, and £1,500 plus is what you're looking at. And how does the controls work on it, Derek?
When you start the engine up, it starts up in petrol. Yeah. So there's an orange light comes on, which says it's in petrol there. Yeah. And then there's 4 LEDs. Shall I show you?
Yeah, that'd be brilliant.
There's the orange light there. Yeah. It says you're doing petrol.
Yeah.
When the engine warms up after a minute or so, you'll see the LEDs come up on the display there. And there's 4 green LEDs signify that the tank is full on 4 LEDs. Yeah. And obviously, as you use the gas, the LEDs drop down, and then you end up with 1 green LED. And then if that goes out, then there's a red light comes on there that says LPG's gone, and you're now running on petrol. So, and it's not even noticeable when you
don't hear the engine note change when it goes over.
No, you don't even notice any engine change or anything. It's so smooth the way it comes over.
And no performance change that you can note.
No, not at all.
I mean, like me, you're probably not thrashing your car around, but that's brilliant.
You'll see the 4 LEDs pop up in there.
We'll catch that
in a few seconds. Should have warmed it up a bit more.
And how much is LPG at the moment? 80,
well,
80
the
pence?
cheapest place I found was I paid 76 pence a litre.
Wow.
About a couple of days ago. It was at 80 pence a litre a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
It's dropped to 76 now for some reason.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's half the price of petrol.
So even if you're doing a couple of miles per gallon less on LPG, it's still giving you a real big advantage.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'll still get around town 20, 24 miles per gallon on the LPG. I used to keep the petrol tank full.
Yeah.
I thought that's a bit stupid, that is, keeping the petrol tank full all the time, because it's just extra weight, and you're losing your miles per gallon.
Yeah.
So now I tend to just keep.
Oh, we heard the solenoids kick in.
Really just,
yeah.
Yeah.
And now that's effectively your fuel gauge.
Yeah.
So you got a full tank of LPG.
Yeah.
And she's running on LPG. And when you turn it off, does it always start in petrol, or does it start in petrol because it's cold?
Well, I'll show you. What normally happens is that if you've left it for more than 10 minutes or so, it'll come on petrol, and then it'll wait a little while till it warms back up again. Yeah. But if the engine's warm, the chances are it'll probably come back onto LPG straight away, virtually. So
yeah, it'd just be interesting. Is it a timer, or is it how hot?
Yeah. Well, you saw how long it took before. Maybe the engine weren't that warm enough to come straight back on, but I've never really looked at it and timed it, to be honest.
Any saddos like me very interested in excruciating details. Is that a little button on it, or is it just a raised bit?
Yeah, well, sometimes, for some reason, it doesn't switch over to LPG.
Right.
And if it doesn't, this little alarm goes off.
Right.
That says,
I'm still on petrol.
I'm still on petrol.
Yeah.
And if you press that, it will.
So that
change
kind of forces a change.
But normally it's automatic.
Oh, brilliant. She certainly runs nice and smooth.
Yeah. Oh, it's. The only problems I've had with it really is probably about 12 months ago. I was on the way to get my COVID jab at the hospital, and I pulled up at the lights, and I had the gearbox fault light come on, and it went into limp mode. Yeah. And limped it to the garage. Found out this garage in Warsaw that was, good reputation for gearbox, automatic gearboxes. Took it there, and the drum had scored.
Oh, right.
And he said,
and then it's back onto gas again. Yeah.
He said, we see a few of these with the drum damage. He said, I can tell you now that's what it is. And he stripped it down, changed the drum, did a service on it. It cost me about 1,200 quid. Yeah. But
that's a good price, actually.
That's the only real.
PJ, my red one of those I had before, that had the drum actually split on mine. I lost all drive. It was like a slipping clutch, and I think that cost me 1,400 quid. Same sort of thing. It's a new drum. Yeah. I think it's a BMW M5 drum they use, because same gearbox, but the M5 had a slight tweak. I think they saw the problem coming, and it's a little bit stronger. Yeah. But yeah, it is a fault.
Yeah. The only thing I've got to get sorted now is my oxygen sensor.
Right.
It's brought up a fault called P1647. Yeah. And apparently it's on bank 2. Yeah. Oxygen sensor fault. I'm not sure where it is, but I've got to get that sorted. Well, okay. That's the only issue I've got with the car at the moment.
Doing pretty good.
It's,
yeah.
I'm in love with it.
Good, like me.
Yeah.
Can we have a look at the tank?
Yeah.
Antigua blue, I think, isn't it? This. Ooh, it's quite large.
Yeah.
Any idea how big?
Does
it say anything on it?
I've got some information in the garage, I think, on it. It'll probably tell us it faster.
But quite a neat installation. I mean, many cars wouldn't have a spare wheel full stop anyway, so not like you're losing too much.
No.
And your filler? Oh, it's here.
Yeah.
Didn't even notice it because it was body coloured. So there you go, another first. Never seen an LPG converted one before. Not in person anyway. Ooh, wouldn't mind a quick look at that. I've got cargo nets for my car, but I've never seen the little bracket that they use to clip them up. There we go. Not a common fitment. I seem to be going through accessories at the moment.
Our friend Marcus D. Allen.
Marcus D. Allen.
Whoever he was, I think he had the conversion done on it. And he'd spent quite a bit on the car when he had it, looking at the history of it.
Yeah, so mud flaps, LPG. It's got a few trick features. Nice. Well, again, a huge thanks to Derek and his wife for their hospitality, let me play around with their car and give me coffee and sandwiches. I'm still getting loads of fabulous questions and comments on all the videos. I have to point out that quite a lot of them are answered in Gary Van Remortel's XK8 Bible, which is a document you can download from the TTG website. But there's a QR code on screen. If you show that to your smartphone, it'll take you directly there. If you're enjoying our channel, then don't forget to subscribe and click the little bell icon so you get notifications of new videos. And please give us a thumbs up or thumbs down, and you can share the videos. And below the video is always the area where you can comment and get involved with the chat.